Hi there, it's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead. It's been a couple of days since I made a video. I'm out in the garden and one of my beds with my tomatoes in it is doing absolutely fantastic. It's taken a while for the other bed to kind of catch on. I think they might have been some of the ones I dropped. I'm not really sure. I think I also amended the bed a little too close to planting time with my chicken manure, and it kind of burnt a little bit. So, but they're popping out of it. To make a short story long, as I always say, we're going to go ahead and we're going to trim up and then tie up these beautiful healthy tomatoes I've got going on. So come along. Okay, so this is the first little fella. As you can see, they're growing up tall enough to where they can be tied up to the trellis. So what I want to do first, though, is I want to trim these bottom leaves. These are the ones that are close to the ground. Just trim them off. I just kind of throw them in the garden bed. It's all turns into mulch eventually. Trim those up. Then also, if you have any little suckers, which this guy is a sucker. I think I'll leave him though. Any little suckers, which are the little guys that grow in between the branches, the V of the branches, pinch those off. So this guy is looking pretty good. The next guy here, we are going to, he's got a sucker right there. And just so you know, these little suckers you can put in water and they will grow tomatoes. Now this one is actually big enough, so I'm going to pop him off. This is what he looks like. He grows in the V of the branches. Then we put him in water. Usually I bring a jar of water out here to put them right in, and they'll grow roots, and you'll have more tomato plants. So that's what I'm going to do with this guy. So he gets to go in the house. And I think I'll trim up the bottom of that one. So this is looking pretty good. These ones look really, really healthy. Now these are bush beef steak tomatoes. I tried to plant them all. Bush steak and bush beef steak is what they are. And that's all there is to it. Then you just I get my flag tape. Let's see what I do with it. Oh, I put it right here. So I'd know right where it was. Anybody else ever do that? So then I want to loosely tie this guy. He's kind of far away, so he'll need a bigger piece of tape to my trellis. And take the big main stem and kind of tie him up. I don't know if you can see my big old butte in the way. And loosely tie it because it's going to be growing there. So now he's tied up. This guy, he's still, well, I could probably put some flag tape on him. You take, and I kind of put a twist around. There we go. So he's loosely tied up there. Then I'm going to walk over to the other side. There we go. Boy, my broccoli heads are starting to be about the size of a tennis ball. I've never been that successful with broccoli. I'm really excited. Okay, so this is our next guy right here. He's nice and big. So we're going to trim all these little bottom leaves off. That way the energy can go to the main plant. And we'll do the same with the one right behind him, which I know it's kind of hard to see from where you're at. There we go. Okay, so we are going to twist that around, loosely tie him to the trellis. And a lot of them have blooms on them. I'll do a close-up so you can see, so I'm excited about that. I was kind of worried because I go through a lot of tomatoes, and my other ones, these look beautiful, but my other ones do not look so beautiful. But they're starting to snap out of it, so that's always a good thing. Between the wind and too much chicken poop, I don't know. It just, stuff happens. Alright, so now I have some more over on this side. I'm going to do the same exact thing. Trim all these little guys off the bottom. And you want to trim these just because you don't want them laying on the ground, especially when it's wet, because that will just increase the chances of you getting a diseased tomato plant. So anything you can do to prevent that is always a good thing. And the rest of the energy goes to putting more fruit on. Now this guy, I think I'll leave that. Maybe I'll put another one. He's gotten pretty crazy here. Okay. Then I've got some on the other side over here, but I'll have to move my camera. Forgot to bring my little clicker that I can turn my camera on and off because I was so excited to get out here and do this. Doesn't take much to impress me, huh? Okay, we're going to turn this around so you can see these tomatoes over in this area. Okay, so here we go. So we trim up the bottom. So you can see. Oh, good. Okay. I'm going to have to get some more of this tree tape. Stuff works wonders because it's stretchy, but it's strong enough to hold your plants. Okay, so this guy, he's wanting to lay over, so we'll kind of redirect him. Trim up all the little guys on the bottom. There we go. I've never had this bad of problem with pests. This year is a bad year for pests. Why, I don't know, but some years are worse than others, I guess, due to weather and different things. Okay, so he's all done. I'm going to go around the other side. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you'll be able to see over there, I think. I'll be right back. I think My cabbage might even be. Oh, it is. I think my cabbage is heading up. That's kind of exciting. I've never gotten to that stage with cabbage before. All right, so here we go. Let's trim this guy. Reach across here and grab that. My radishes are growing really well, but the little critters are eating them up like crazy. The greens. I'm gonna have to spray them with some sprinkle some diatomaceous earth on there. I don't like to use pesticides, and I don't like sprinkling anything that is blooming on the blooms with diatomaceous earth because of the bees, because bees, well, their little skeletal systems will dry up just like the other insects, so you have to be careful with that. Okay, and that's all there is to it. And remember what I said about the suckers, and I mean, they grow quickly in your armpits of your plants. That's what they call them. And yeah, just pinch them off. Oh, I didn't do this guy. I missed one. Okay, so let's trim you up. He needs to be good gravy. Look at this guy. He's just going crazy over here. All right, so he needs another deal. I think oh my gosh, I just found a tomato. Okay, we are going to put you, holy cow, look at this guy. Hopefully you can see this, so it's probably off the top of the camera, but holy monkeys. When I come around, I'll show you a close-up of this one. Oh goodness, it's hard to reach across here. There we go. I totally didn't even get this row, I guess. I was thinking that I did them this morning because I did them earlier. Okay, we're gonna snip this off, snip that off, snip that off. This one looks pretty good. All right, now we're gonna come back over there and address those guys. This one's okay. I think I already did that one. Jeez, look at this. That's crazy. How did I not even see that little tomato there? My first tomato. Okay, so we are going to tie this guy a little higher up. There we go. And trim. Trim that off. This one, it's got some leaves that are kind of questionable. Like, you can see that little moisture problem, I think, or too much chicken poop. We'll just tear that right off of there. So if you see anything like that, it's not going to hurt to trim that up. Oh, the mosquitoes are bad out here this morning. Yeah. So that's all there is to it, guys. You just trim them up and tie them up as they go. And I mean, these guys will get humongous. Unless they're determinate tomato, which it's predetermined how big they're going to get. Those tomatoes, you never want to prune very far up the stem because you will stunt their growth. So you have to be careful with that one. But let me show you up close my baby tomato. So you can see all the blooms there. They're doing quite well. There's the prize baby tomato. I haven't seen much in the way of bees out here. I've seen some bumblebees and a couple honeybees. But I think once it warms up, look at this guy. Once it warms up, the bees will be here aplenty. But look at that. These are Oregon Spring. I think last year, I know last year that I grew these, and they were one of the biggest producers for me. They did really, really well. And I think I need to trim the bottom of this one. I totally missed that one. But see, you can see up close, these little guys, you can pinch them off. You just have to be careful not to tear your plant. There we go. Oh, that scared me. Let's see. Let's get him over here. There. There we go. This one needs to be tied up over there. There we are. Okay, I think we're good to go as far as that goes. But I kind of wanted to show you my broccoli. Look at my cruciferous bed. It's just going crazy, but it's still cool at night and in the mornings. So even though it's getting down in the valley, about 45 minutes from where we are, it's been over in the hundreds this week. So I was kind of worried that all this stuff was going to go to seed, but so far so good. So let me show you the broccoli up close. All right, that is the broccoli. Look at that. So to show you my hand in comparison, there, that is the broccoli. The peas are starting to bloom. I didn't know that bunching them up with my tie things was a good idea, but they're thriving. Look at that. So hopefully we'll get some peas out of that. I'm just mad at myself because I let them lay on the ground too long after that windstorm. But the cabbage head, I know I've got a little ADD going on. I think this is a little head in there. It feels really hard. I'm very excited about that. Then here is the other broccoli. Look at that beauty. I'm excited. So that's what we go. And then I want to show you the marigold. Look at that thing. The bugs just ate the tar out of it. Now when I did get to harvest one of my Chinese cabbages. Look at that, Swiss cheese. And it was full of earwigs when I got it in the house. So I'm thinking that's what was eating all this stuff. So I thought, well, I'm just going to let them eat that. As long as it doesn't eat anything else, I think we'll be good to go. Well, that's all I have for you this morning. I'm going to continue on over to my other tomato bed and trim those and tie those up. That'll get that done. I'm going to trim up some strawberries. And I have some netting I'm going to put over the top. It's just tulle. It's that netted fabric that you can make all kinds of things out of, fancy dresses and stuff. And I'm going to try to put that over the top of the whole strawberry bed because I do believe the birds are just pecking them and eating them. I haven't seen any slug activity because slug is another big predator of strawberries. So we'll see if that helps once the netting's over the top of that, and then we'll know for sure if it was birds. But they do look like beak marks in the in the berries. So I think that's what's going on. And then I'm going to make another video probably today. I want to go dig up my garlic and see what we got with the garlic. So you guys have a great day. I hope the sun is shining where you are, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.